Hi FlushTox, this is Sandy and I'm wanting to just visit with you just a little bit about FlushTox. Some of you have expressed to me some concern about how complex FlushTox is. And then I have others of you that have had such incredibly quick responses that it helps me as a trainer and as a wellness practitioner to know who is more in tune with their body and who needs a little bit of help to navigate this. And that is why we have FlushTox Group. I want to welcome you to a fabulous venture in simplicity. Now, first of all, if you will pay attention just to the very first thing is get water. All right, water, especially a mineralized water, is going to not only help you to be hydrated, and when you're hydrated, you're going to be able to smell, you're going to be able to taste, and you're going to be able to excrete salivary action, saliva from your salivary glands. Now, your parotid glands and your salivary glands are right down in here, and they help to keep your teeth moist. Have you ever seen people when they get toothpaste, they get their lipstick? The guys in the group, I know you have not got that problem, but sometimes whenever you notice that your lipsticks are sticking to your teeth, that's a sign of dehydration. And I've had, through the course of about 32 years, I've had a lot of people drink a lot of water to the point where they're waterlogging themselves and they feel thirsty all the time. So when you're thirsty quite a bit, that helps me to troubleshoot to know, one, you may have bacterial or virus or fungus, candida or some fungus molds or kind of like that growing in your salivary glands, and it's using the absorption instead of allowing you to excrete your lubrication into your teeth. Now, why that's important is that whenever you have got say you've got dry mouth, I think that's called sore grins or dry mouth, dry eyes, you'll have more teeth problems because there's not bacterial abilities, antibacterials to help protect your teeth during the night or during the day away from your food. But it will also show me, if you have dry mouth, that you are not able to digest, to properly begin the digestion mode for your carbohydrates. Now, if your carbohydrates are not breaking down in the mouth, mixing well with your salivary action there, then that's going to present a greater problem in your stomach. You'll have a greater chance of having cancerous issues such as candida, cancer, leaky gut, stuff like that, because you've got to have this first step in your digestive process. So if you have dry mouth and you drink water and you still have dry mouth, then I'm going to have to give you some other recommendations. And that is where we start taking into action more plant enzymes. We start adding more enzymes to your diet. We might need to start working with antiviral action through like an immune cleanse system or something to start cleaning that up. We might start adding some oil pulling, which is where I actually make my own toothpaste, a FlushTox toothpaste, if you don't mind me saying that, so that I won't be putting fluoride into my mouth, but I will be able to help to pull those toxins in, down, and away from my teeth. So FlushTox is not just about eating. It's a lifestyle, but it's an understanding of why you do what you do. So please ask questions with the hydration goal is 1 gallon of water and adding some colloidal minerals. If you would like to have a good brand that I recommend, I do recommend the Electrolyte Technologies brands of the Zeoculturane and the Chlorella Plus, because they have got the fulvic and humic acid and the micronized, the angstrom minerals, which are smaller than colloidal minerals. And those will help you on a very tiny, so you only need a few drops compared to pills and dosages. Now, this is not a requirement for FlushTox. This is an educational It's not intended to diagnose, treat, or cure anything, but many, many years ago, in 1929, the Department of Agriculture released documents saying that our soil in the United States was not rich enough with minerals to sustain our civilization. So mineralization has been known around that we've been low in minerals since the 20s. And then there's so many test studies that I would love to share with you how we have gone from, let's say you in the 70s, you might need 5 bowls of spinach. Now you need like 50 bowls of spinach to get the same amount of nutrients. So when you're cribbing and you're hungry for foods, you're constantly needing more foods and you're gaining weight, but you're not able to feel satisfied, then test me on this. You're missing minerals in your diet. You're needing a greater mineral contact. Many, many years ago, maybe about 25 years ago, one of my naturopaths that actually inspired my husband and myself to go into this business said, Sandy, you're so deficient in minerals. My joints hurt all the time and they creaked. I don't know if you have like creaking joints all the time, but that's a sign of low minerals. And so he loaded me up on minerals. He said, I want you taking minerals to the point where you taste metal. So I was taking minerals maybe about 5 to 10 times a day. And it took about 2 months to build out. And that was using dry minerals. So I started developing some more arthritic problems. So then they put me on a spray mineral, which was really, really effective. And then about a few years later, I had to do like 3 or 4 vials of that. What I found is that whenever we worked with angstrom minerals, we can build those up in a healthier way, a little bit smoother transition without as much going into your body, if you don't mind me saying that. So check your mineral content, and I would like to challenge you, if you do have cribbing, or if you desire Cokes or foods that are high in carbohydrates, and you're desiring foods that just aren't on your list of good foods, let's start adding some colloidal and angstrom minerals with fulvic and humic acid, and let's see if maybe you're going to wean yourself out of that desire. And if you have headaches or you have a lot of joint aches and pains, let's start adding some more minerals and see if maybe that might smooth out some of your headaches, okay? If you do feel kind of metal tasting in your mouth, I would love for you to let me know so we can hook you up with I have someone that has an ionic foot spa. We've got about 6 people in our group, maybe a few more, that have ionic spas. Some of you are in Lubbock, Tahoka, Plainview, Floydada, Dallas, Louisville area. I think we've got a few of you guys down. I don't know if we have any from the Houston area. I'm not sure. Pipe in. Y'all let me know if you've got any foot spas, because you would be able to help to lessen some of that body burden, and that will help you to have more energy, but it will also help you get better results. All right, I'd love to hear your questions. Talk to you soon, guys.